The women of Saturday Night Live. Queens of comedy. 2000 to today. Thank you to Mondly for sponsoring this video. Over the past 50 years, Saturday Night Live has been a comedy institution. Hundreds of incredibly talented writers, crew, and performers have scrambled to produce 90 minutes of live, usually funny, television at 11:30 each week. And many have gone on to incredible careers after leaving 30 Rock. 167 cast members have strutted their stuff in Studio 8H. And while they all deserve their laurels, today let's meet the 60 women who have made us laugh on Saturday nights, some of whom you may not remember were on the show. In the last episode, we met the comedians who helped to launch this cultural institution and dragged it through its growing pains. Today, we'll get to know the SNL stars of the 21st century, who elbowed their way in to make women a bigger part of the comedy world. We'll highlight their famous bits and characters from SNL and look at what else you might know them from. And now, live from New York, it's Saturday night. The early 2000s was an era of transition, with seasoned cast members hanging around and the addition of several new faces who would go on to big stardom. Rachel Dratch was hired from Second City in 1999. Her outstanding characters included Denise, a Boston teen, half of the Levas, and Debbie Downer. She left after 7 years and has made frequent guest appearances on SNL, Portlandia, The King of Queens, Monk, and 30 Rock. Rachel wrote an autobiography, Girl Walks Into a Bar, and won a Tony for her 2022 Broadway debut, POTUS, or Behind Every Great Dumbass Are 7 Women Trying to Keep Him Alive. Tina Fey was hired from Second City as a writer in 1997. In 1999, Lorne promoted her to the first female head writer in SNL history. Her sharp sensibilities made the show more accessible to female performers and audiences, and impressed critics. In 2000, Tina began to appear in front of the camera. She co-anchored Weekend Update alongside Jimmy Fallon and then Amy Poehler. In 2015, Rolling Stone ranked all 141 cast members to date and placed Tina third behind John Belushi and Eddie Murphy. They credited her with slapping SNL out of its late 90s coma. While still at SNL, Tina wrote and starred in the smash hit Mean Girls. She left in 2006 to develop 30 Rock. The show is a love letter to SNL and saw Tina playing the head writer of a similar live comedy show. It ran for 7 successful seasons. Tina returned to SNL to play Sarah Palin during the 2008 presidential election. Her impression has been described as SNL's biggest cultural moment since the 70s and probably influenced the election. Tina has been behind and in front of the camera in numerous projects, including Unbreakable Kimmy Schmidt, Baby Mama, Date Night, and Only Murders in the Building. Her autobiography, Bossy Pants, was a bestseller. Tina has co-hosted the Golden Globes 4 times with Amy Poehler and taken home numerous awards of her own. Tina has returned to host SNL numerous times. She was the first female former cast member to be inducted into the 5 Timers Club. Recently, there has been speculation about who might take over the helm of SNL after longtime showrunner Lorne Michaels, who is currently 80. Lorne himself told Entertainment Weekly, "It could easily be Tina Fey. Tina's brilliant and great at everything. She's a very important person in my life." Maya Rudolph is the daughter of Lovin' You singer Minnie Riperton. Maya toured as a backup singer with rock band The Rentals and performed with the Groundlings before being hired by SNL in 2000. Over 9 seasons, she showed off her pipes and her comedy chops, playing Beyoncé, Oprah Winfrey, Whitney Houston, and Jody from Bronx Beat. In 2001, she began a relationship with Paul Thomas Anderson, director of Boogie Nights, Magnolia, and There Will Be Blood. They have 4 children. Maya has starred in numerous projects, including 50 First Dates, Idiocracy, Bridesmaids, The Good Place, and Big Mouth. She has returned to host 3 times and to portray Vice President Kamala Harris. Amy Poehler was a founder of the Upright Citizens Brigade Theater, UCB, in New York City, and featured on the troupe's Comedy Central sketch show. She was hired on SNL in 2001 and developed recurring characters hyperactive 10-year-old Caitlin and Betty from Bronx Beat, as well as numerous impressions, most famously of Hillary Clinton during the 2008 presidential race. Amy co-anchored Update with Tina Fey and then Seth Meyers. In 2003, she married comedian Will Arnett. She continued working on SNL during her first pregnancy, but went into labor on Saturday before a show she had already rehearsed. Amy left after 8 seasons to star in Parks and Rec, which ran for 7 successful seasons. The audiobook of her autobiography received a Grammy nom. Amy has produced a number of shows, including Broad City and Russian Doll, and appeared in Mean Girls, Baby Mama, Wine Country, and she voices Joy in the Inside Out franchise. The New York City-based cast and crew were greatly affected by the attack on the World Trade Center on September 11, 2001. After a hiatus, the show returned on September 29th with an acclaimed opening featuring then Mayor Rudy Giuliani and New York City first responders. When the phenomenal cast of the early 2000s departed for bigger fame, there were many large shoes to fill. Luckily, Kristen Wiig could wear them all. She came from the Groundlings and auditioned for Mad TV, but didn't make it. She was hired for SNL in 2005. For 7 years, she thrilled with Target Lady, Perpetual One-Upper Penelope, Surprise Sue, and Karina of the Californians. She also took part in several digital shorts with Andy Samberg and The Lonely Island, which were astonishingly popular in the dawning digital age. Of course, there's Dick in a Box, but my personal favorite of Kristen's is Virginia Horsen. On her final show in 2012, Mick Jagger serenaded her with She's a Rainbow. The next year, she wrote and starred in Bridesmaids, for which she received an Oscar nom for Best Original Screenplay. Kristen has shot to Hollywood fame with roles in The Secret Life of Walter Mitty, Ghostbusters, Barb and Star Go to Vista Del Mar, and Palm Royale. Kristen has returned to host several times, and in 2024, she became the second female former cast member to be inducted into the Five Timers Club. Casey Wilson came from UCB. She lasted for 2 seasons but was let go. Casey has since appeared in Gone Girl, Happy Endings, Ass Backwards, Black Monday, and The Shrink Next Door. Michaela Watkins came from the Groundlings and appeared on SNL for 1 season. She has since starred on short-lived sitcoms Casual, The Unicorn, and Trophy Wife, and guest starred on The New Adventures of Old Christine, Catastrophe, and Search Party. The art of humor is all about the skillful use of language. And if you want to be funny in another country, you're going to need to learn the language with Mondly. This award-winning app is helping 125 million people learn foreign languages. And they don't just have a handful of the most popular languages. With Mondly, you can choose from 41 different languages, including Catalan, Farsi, and even Finnish. Lessons are recorded by fluent speakers, and audio recognition gives you real-time feedback, so you're learning correct pronunciation. Weekly and monthly quizzes help you cement it in your brain. Plus, I love the hands-free lessons, so I can learn while I'm driving or working out. Whether you're planning a trip, a move, or you want to connect with the language of your ancestors, Mondly is the learning app for you. Right now, Mondly is offering an exclusive Valentine's sale for my viewers. Go to mondly.app/Lindsay or click the link in the description to get 96% off lifetime access and start speaking a new language today. Abby Elliott is the daughter of actor Chris Elliott and had a supporting role in 2 of his sitcoms, You've Reached the Elliots and Chrissy Plain and Simple. She also performed in UCB and in sketches on Late Night with Jimmy Fallon. In 2008, Abby became the third-generation Elliot to appear on SNL. Her father was briefly a cast member in 1994, and her grandfather, Bob Elliott, hosted the 1978 Christmas episode. Abby was on for 4 seasons and played Meryl Streep, Belle, and other hilarious characters. She moved on to starring roles in Odd Mom Out, Indebted, and The Bear, for which she won a Screen Actors Guild Award. Jenny Slate performed at UCB and appeared on VH1 commentary shows before being cast on SNL. In her first live sketch, she accidentally dropped an F-bomb, but she was forgiven and went on to play Hoda Cobb and Tina, a pitchwoman who sells personalized doorbells, car horns, and alarms. Ginny was let go after 1 season, but has made a big impact since. She created and voiced Marcel the Shell with Shoes On, and done voices on Bob's Burgers, Big Mouth, Zootopia, and The Secret Life of Pets. Appeared on Parks and Rec, House of Lies, and The Kroll Show. Her performance in Obvious Child won a Critics' Choice Award, and she won a SAG Award for Everything Everywhere All at Once. The 2010s saw the addition of several talented comedians who have individual strengths and worked well together, even in a twin bed. Nasim Pedrad was born in Tehran and immigrated to California as a baby. She got noticed performing her one-woman show, Me, Myself, and Iran, at UCB. She was cast in 2009, and for 5 years she performed numerous characters, including Kim Kardashian and Ariana Huffington. Nasim left to co-star in SNL writer John Mulaney's short-lived sitcom. She also appeared in Disney's live-action remake of Aladdin, New Girl, Scream Queens, and she created the sitcom Chad. Vanessa Bayer discovered comic relief while battling leukemia at the age of 15. During college, she interned on Sesame Street and Late Night with Conan O'Brien. She created a web series called Sound Advice and was part of Second City's Juicycle the Musical. Vanessa was cast in 2010 and performed Jacob the Bar Mitzvah Boy, Laura Parsons' child actress, and fed her hungry guys in absurd Totino's commercials for 7 seasons. She has since appeared in Trainwreck, What We Do in the Shadows, and created and starred in I Love That For You, opposite Molly Shannon. Kate McKinnon went from UCB to Logo TV's The Big Gay Sketch Show. She joined SNL in 2012 and was a breakout star with fearless and versatile performances, including impressions of Justin Bieber, Ellen DeGeneres, Ruth Bader Ginsburg, and Hillary Clinton during the 2016 campaign, and recurring sketches Whiskers Are We, Olya Povlasky, and Close Encounters. In 2016, Kate became the first SNL actor to win an Emmy since Dana Carvey in 1993. She left in 2022 after 11 seasons. Kate has also appeared in Barbie, Joe vs. Carol, Ghostbusters, The Spy Who Dumped Me, and Yesterday. Adie Bryant came from Second City and joined in 2012. She was a highlight in numerous sketches for 10 seasons. She and other writers were nominated for an Emmy for their music video, Home for the Holidays, Twin Bed. For 3 of those years, Adie was also co-creating, writing, and starring in the series Shrill. She filmed during the day, then went to 30 Rock to work on the live show at night, frequently working 22-hour days. Since departing in 2022, Adie has done voice roles in Danger and Eggs and Human Resources. Cecily Strong grew up attending Broadway shows with her producer uncle. She performed at Second City and the Edinburgh Fringe Festival before being cast in 2012. 1 year in, she became an Update co-anchor with Seth Meyers, but stepped down to focus on sketch work. She played Kathy Ann, Jimma, and the girl you wish you hadn't started a conversation with at a party. She also brought a lot of Broadway musical sensibility to the show. Cecily was a key player for 11 years and has the record as the longest-running female cast member, surpassing Kate McKinnon by 1 episode. She has also appeared in Ghostbusters, The Boss, and Schmigadoon. Noelle Wells came up in UCB and by creating her own comedy videos on YouTube. She was on SNL for one season. Noelle has since appeared in other projects, including writing, directing, and starring in the film Mr. Roosevelt. And she released a music album, It's So Nice. Sasheer Zamata played costumed characters at Disney World during college. She accumulated numerous credits, including Totally Biased by W. Kamau Bell and Inside Amy Schumer. In 2014, Lauren responded to criticism over the lack of diversity on SNL by hiring Sasheer and Leslie Jones. Sasheer played Rihanna, Michelle Obama, Beyoncé, and numerous other characters. She left after 4 years to star in Woke, Home Economics, and Agatha All Along. Sasheer is a celebrity ambassador for the American Civil Liberties Union. Leslie Jones did stand-up for decades. Producers didn't always get her, but she was encouraged by the likes of Dave Chappelle and Jamie Foxx. Chris Rock got her an audition for SNL. At 47, she was the oldest cast member ever hired. For 5 years, she smashed it with commentary, often portraying herself. Leslie also hosted the game show Supermarket Sweep for 5 years, starred in Ghostbusters, and continues to do stand-up. Melissa Villaseñor was a semifinalist on Season 6 of America's Got Talent. She was hired by SNL in 2016, and her impressions stood out, including Dolly Parton, Jennifer Lopez, Kristen Wiig, Lady Gaga, and AOC. She left in 2022 after 6 seasons and has released a pop-punk album called Dreamer. In 2020, SNL brought some much-needed comic relief during the COVID-19 lockdown. Cast members submitted self-shot bits from their homes. Longtime players Kate, Adie, and Cecily had been planning to leave in 2020, but decided to stick around to end their runs on the show from Studio 8H after it was safe to return. The at-home bits allowed newer cast members a chance to shine, including Heidi Gardner. She left Kansas City for LA to work as a hairstylist. After seeing a show at the Groundlings, she signed up for classes. In 2017, she was hired by SNL and has been a key player on the show ever since. As a flustered Goop employee, a teen film critic, and an exhausted mom. Heidi has also been on Superstore and Life of the Party. Ego Nwodim earned a degree in biology, but preferred performing at UCB. She was hired in 2018 and has created bits including the Dionne Warwick talk show and A Weary Mother in Her Darkest Hour. She has also appeared on Law & Order: The Menendez Murders, Two Broke Girls, and Living Biblically. Chloe Fineman made her TV debut in high school, appearing on Letterman to perform an award-winning Bird Call. After college, she gained recognition for performances at the Groundlings, UCB, and on YouTube. She joined SNL in 2019 and made a splash as Jennifer Coolidge, Britney Spears, and Drew Barrymore. Chloe is currently in her 6th season and can also be seen playing Sylvia Plath in Dickinson and in Father of the Bride, Babylon, and Megalopolis. Lauren Holt came up at UCB and was cast in 2020. She was not asked back for a 2nd season, but can be seen in Barbie and has done voice work in Aqua Teen Forever and Dream Productions. Punky Johnson performed stand-up at the Comedy Store and appeared in Space Force, A Black Lady Sketch Show, Corporate, and Adam Ruins Everything. She was hired by SNL in 2020. Punky got laughs in numerous sketches, and with her own commentary on Update. She decided to leave the stressful show after 4 seasons. Sarah Sherman performed surrealist comedy in Chicago and opened for Eric Andre on tour. She was hired in 2021 and has been a standout ever since, with Jewish Elvis and a variety of characters who torture Colin Jost on Update. Sarah revels in looking ridiculous and has pushed SNL's costume and makeup departments to their limits with sketches like Meatballs and Eyes. Sarah has also starred in You Are So Not Invited to My Bat Mitzvah, and she co-hosts the game show Human vs. Hamster. Molly Kearney did stand-up in LA and Chicago and was featured in Comedy Central's Up Next showcase. They became the first non-binary SNL cast member in 2022. Molly left the show after 2 years and can also be seen in the series A League of Their Own and The Mighty Ducks Game Changers. Chloe Trost performed stand-up and improv in New York City and co-wrote and starred in a web series, The Basics. She appeared on SNL for 1 season. Chloe can also be seen in Please Don't Destroy the Treasure of Foggy Mountain and Sweethearts. In 2024, 3 new featured players were added for SNL's 50th season. Ashley Padilla, who started in The Groundlings and has also appeared on Night Court and Curb Your Enthusiasm, and Jane Wickline. Her father, Matt, was a writer for Late Night with David Letterman and In Living Color, and her mother was once an assistant to Lorne Michaels. She got her start making comedy on TikTok. It isn't just the women in front of the camera who have had a big impact on SNL. There have been dozens of others working behind the scenes to make the show everything it is. And since Tina Fey broke the glass ceiling, there have been 5 other women co-head writers. Harper Steele held the position from 2005 to 2008. She is a trans woman and was not out at the time. She won an Emmy for Outstanding Writing in 2002 and was nominated 4 other times. Harper left SNL to work on Funny or Die on HBO. She co-wrote the films Casa de Mi Padre, The Ladies' Man, and Eurovision Song Contest. In 2024, Harper made an incredibly touching road trip documentary, Will and Harper, with her longtime friend, Will Ferrell. Paula Pell was a co-head writer from 2006 to 2008. She won an Emmy for the show in 2002 and has been nominated 11 more times. Paula left SNL to write on 30 Rock with Tina. She has also written on AP Bio, Love, and Maplewood Murders, and for award shows including the Academy Awards, the Golden Globes, and the MTV Video Music Awards. Paula has voiced characters on Inside Out, Big Mouth, and Bless the Hearts. She has stepped in front of the camera on Sisters, Other People, Wine Country, and Girls 5 Eva. Sarah Schneider was a co-head writer from 2016 to 2017. She got her start on the website College Humor. Sarah left SNL to create the series The Other Two. Anna Dresden held the position from 2021 to 2022. She has also written on Miracle Worker, Girls 5 Eva, and Murderville. She left SNL to create the series Praise Petey. Allison Gates was a part of the Second City Touring Company and the all-female I.O. theater troupe. She has been a co-head writer on SNL since 2022. Women in the SNL Five Timers Club. There are several big stars from outside 30 Rock who have killed it on the show and loved it so much they return to host again and again. Once they reach 5 appearances, they get a special velvet Five Timers jacket and a monologue with lots of celebrity cameos. Of the 27 Five Timers, 7 are women: Candice Bergen, Drew Barrymore, Tina Fey, Scarlett Johansson, Melissa McCarthy, Emma Stone, and Kristen Wiig. While Emma Stone was hosting in 2016, she met SNL segment director Dave McCary. They married in 2020 and have a daughter together. While hosting a show in 2017, Scarlett Johansson met co-head writer and Weekend Update co-host Colin Jost. They married in 2020 and have a son together. Here's to all the hilarious and incredibly talented women who have done their time, be it short or long, on Saturday Night Live. They are all part of comedy history. May they continue to make us laugh for years to come. Right now, Mondly is offering an exclusive Valentine's sale for my viewers. Go to mondly.app/Lindsay or click the link in the description to get 96% off lifetime access and start speaking a new language today. Want even more tea on history? Check out the History Tea Time podcast. If you enjoyed this video, please like, subscribe, comment your thoughts, and check out my other history videos. You can also join my Patreon to support my work and get early access to all of my multi-part series. Thank you for watching.